to Maestro Stefano de Peppo.
Well, it is my great pleasure to be part of this beautiful program, and I've worked already with a few of you. I first of all, I think that we need to give a big round of applause to Saha because she's the one who really. For her, we wouldn't be here in the first time. What I'm here for, because as you can, I think you can catch perhaps from my accent that I'm not from Texas, Minnesota, Florida, or New York, even if I live in New York. But of course, being Italian, I have an advantage because of most of the repertoire that I sing, it is Italian indeed. So of course, it's part of my genes. And you know that you are here in this process of, some of you have learned more than others. I mean, we are all in a learning process. I'm still in a learning process, even if I'm quite older than you, all of you guys. And but in the training part of our career, of course, it's a puzzle of many things. First of all, you must have a gift, which is the voice. Then you have to, of course, know how to use the voice without making it an effort, which is something that takes time. We never really learn how our voice works. Then, of course, we have to learn style and acting. I've watched very interesting yesterday, Omer's open class, and I'm sure that many of you got many very interesting inputs. And of course, languages are part of what we have to learn. But even if you sing in English, I think that knowing how to make a piece interesting for whoever listens, which is just your mom or a big audience or a small audience, or if you're just making a recording for your teacher, whatever we sing must have a meaning of expression with words. And actually, I don't want to give you a lesson of history of opera, but opera was born, of course, in Italy few centuries ago, beginning of the 17th century, and the word for opera is melodramma, melody and drama, basically music and drama. And of course, it is this big combination of the two things, and that's why we singers in the process of learning, and also when we are performing and we are in a career, whatever level of the career it is, somehow we choose something that is stronger in our potential talents. I've always thought that diction and making whatever I sing expressive and as much as possible understandable for whoever is the audience, to me, it has always been a big priority. There are famous singers who have put this perhaps in a secondary part of their baggage of talent. Let's talk about one very famous, a fantastic singer, which is John Sutherland, for example. Diction wasn't exactly her forte, but she had other amazing things. So whatever language you sing, I sing, for example, as I told you, I sing mostly in Italian. So this is definitely an advantage. I don't have to learn almost anything in order to know how to project my words. But when I have to sing in some other language, rarely, for example, French, or very few times I sang in German in my career, it has always been an effort and a try to understand how the phonation works in one language. And we all have different kind of phonation when we talk. And most of you, for most of you, the mother tongue, the original language is English. And of course, the English phonation is different from Italian. So for you, it's definitely an extra effort to try to know how to speak the words in Italian. We in Italian, we have, I told that already to a few of you, we have very pure vowels. We don't have this kind of diphthongs that are typical in the English language, which also I sometimes struggle with. So we have pure A, E, I, O, U vowels. And sometimes we have a little bit of a closer or more, a little bit more closer or more open E, E, E. Sometimes we have a little bit of more closer open O, O, O. Or we never have these vowels that sometimes I hear, which are like E. Sometimes I already told that to some of you. E is definitely not vowel that we have in Italian. So also the very narrow O, like in German, we don't have them in Italian. So this is the main problem sometimes that you guys have to face. You already know, I think, the rules, the main rules of Italian. One of the struggle of non-Italian speakers is the famous double consonants. Those damned double consonants that we have in Italian, so many, and every time I hear, of course, for me it's natural. I know that if there is a double R or double T, I know how to automatically to pronounce them, but I understand that it's not the same thing for all of you. And sometimes also one of the main one of the main things that has to be learned and practiced are, for example, whenever you have one consonant in the middle of two vowels, the intervocalic consonant, of course, it has to be flipped quite quickly. So whatever you have, like casa, cosa, di mare, bene, you just have to do a little bit of a longer vowel before the single consonant and flip it quickly after the vowel. And then, of course, putting all this together is the way we phrase in Italian, which is a little bit different from the way English is phrased. You know, when you want to imitate an Italian, you start to do da 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 ba da da da, because actually that's a little bit how we talk. We have this kind of music in while we sing, and actually this is something that makes sense because it somehow we learn how, or you learn how to land, what kind of syllable to stress and what kind of syllable you don't have to stress. So in a phrase, andiamo a mangiare, let's go to eat. So andiamo a mangiare, I know that you have to land on mangiare. And the last syllable doesn't disappear, but it definitely doesn't have the same kind of importance that mangiare, the già, has. Or for example, my name is Stefano. Here they call me Stefano. When I tell them, no, my name is Stefano, most people here in America, they call me Stefano. They tend to immediately double the F, which is only one. And because it's not a habit to make Stefano, to make the longer vowel where the stress goes. So I don't want to talk too much because I think that it's more interesting and it's better to, while you sing, to see, to try to make those examples that I made on while speaking, to make them clearer while you sing. So I think that the first one should be Natalie. Am I correct?
Actually, Anna.
Anna, I'm sorry, Anna. I still had an old list. So Anna, we worked already. And what are you going to sing, Anna? Today?
Ciao. Today I'm presenting Quando Men Vo from La Bohème.
Quando Men Vo. Okay, so can you give me a little bit of an idea what happens here?
Sure. So my character is Musetta, and I've come into this plaza to have dinner with my current boyfriend, who's this frumpy old man, but he's rich. That's good. But I see a former boyfriend, Marcello, and I really want to get his attention, and it seems anything and everything I do doesn't work. So then I decide I'm just going to sing this whole big song all about myself and grab his attention.
Okay, and what's this song about?
It's talking about how anytime that I go out, people just can't help but notice how wonderfully attractive I am and how much I live for that joy of being noticed.
So definitely your character, you enjoy a lot this kind of attention.
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Here we go. Let's give Anna some noise. Brava.
Okay, Anna, very good, very good. Just a few things. First of all, as I already told you, your Italian, it's pretty good. And there are just a few things that in this area you could just pay more attention to. Well, first of all, I think that this is not Italian, but I think it's in this area, you know, it's not easy to find the right way of approaching it, because can be it's quite obvious that of course you are so you know that you're a beautiful woman, you know that people love you around you, and you love the attention that you get from people, and so the carrier of this aria is this melody, which is quite simple, and we can actually use that melody, helping with our voice what the orchestra or the piano does. So if you, this beautiful melody, for example, that opens the aria, if you start a little bit more piano, it actually, your voice will carry on top of this line until the very end. And I think that every time that we have long phrases like this one, it's not very, very long, but it's a long phrase, and we have to try to make it more interesting with the dynamics. So starting it a little bit more piano and do a little crescendo towards m'en va, because actually you're saying, whenever I go by myself through the streets of Paris, people look at me and admire me. So talking about the Italian, quando me vo soletta per la, really don't forget that to quickly roll the R of per, because it's two words, per la via. But as all this aria is a lot of legato, so quando me vo soletta per la via, la gente sosta e mira. Also try to give to these two words, sosta e mira. People stop and look at me, really enjoy them.
Yeah.
We can, in Puccini especially, but I mean in all opera, perhaps not so much in Baroque or pre-romantic operas, but Puccini, Verdi, all these opera words mean a lot. So beautiful melodies, yes, beautiful singing, yes, but words are very important. So quando me vo soletta per la via, la gente sosta e mira, and you love this attention that you get. So then when you go to the first, tutta ricerca in me. I know that it's not easy because you're thinking about the B natural, but don't forget in me, okay, in me. So it's a legato of in me, but make me really feel this almost double M, like sometimes we do. But if you can do in me, even better. But in me is fine. Assaporo, 1P. Don't try to almost double the P's. It's the usual one consonant in the middle of two vowels. Traspira, the R, the second R, the last R, flip it quickly. Tutta maggira, double G and quick flipped R. Aggira, don't do agirra. Felice mi fa. Remember the second one. Every time that we have two phrases which are the same, felice mi fa, it's a little bit of a different notes, but it's exactly the same. So basically, try to find a different color for the second one. Felice mi fa. You find your own, but something different. Remember, this is something that that already some of you already listened. The N consonant, the M, N, and L consonant, but especially the N consonant when it's between vowel and consonant, like tanto. Da me tanto mi fuggi, tanto rifuggi. So don't forget it. It has to really have its own little importance. Tanto da me tanto rifuggi, don tatori tanto. Use that N for the legato. Tanto is, I always say that to me, the feeling is that this N goes through the nose. Of course, it's not a nasal sound, but so that tanto, and we use that N for the legato. And then we talk about the finale. So if we can start from the beginning, I lost Anna, where are you?
Hello, I'm here. Hello,
You're
hello.
okay. Okay. This, the screen sometimes it moves and I don't see people anymore. I see someone else.
Yeah,
But do you mind to start from the beginning?
I'd love to.
I'll give you the beginning, Anna. Stefano, if you like, you can put it on gallery view so that it's fixed and then you can
You
see everybody.
see, you always have to. Okay. Now
Top right.
so,
Yeah.
and do I see now? Will I see now Anna as a main screen when she sings?
So if you go on Anna's tile, on the top right corner of Anna's tile, there's those three dots.
Chat and
Click,
video.
make her, it says pin video.
Okay. You
That
see,
way she'll be on top.
I'm still learning things with Zoom. I'm really not that good. Anyway,
Then
now I got it.
when she's done, you should unpin her and then pin the next person.
I pin and unpin. Okay. Very good, very good. I'm sorry if I stop you already, but if you really start a little bit with less voice. Quando men voice, you're talking about you. So
Yeah.
when I go to the street of Paris, so really make us already feel who you are already from the beginning. And this quando men vo, it makes it, oh wow, she really needs my attention. She wants my attention, and I will give it to her. Try.
Yeah.
Very good. Quando men vo soletta, don't try to double that L. Soletta, okay? Speak it for me. Quando men vo soletta per la via.
Quando men vo soletta per la via.
Exactly. Soletta. Whenever it's one L in between two vowels, soletta. Quando men vo soletta per la via. And per la via, it's a little bit of per la via, slightly bouncing on those last three notes.
Yeah.
Quando men vo, can you do it from there?
Quando men vo soletta per la...
Sole, even
Sole.
less L. Soletta, longer O, longer vowel before, just a little bit longer. Soletta per la.
Quando men vo soletta per la via, la gente sosta e mira.
Very nice. You see, you already are coloring sosta e mira really with enjoying those two things, because you know that people stop and look at you. La gente sosta e mira. You can actually put a little bit of extra M to mira, the famous raddoppiamento sintattico that we spoke already a few times, and it gives that extra to the word.
Yeah.
La gente sosta e mira. Can you do that?
La gente sosta e mira.
Very nice. Oh, I like it. Very nice. Go on. Same thing as quando, and now la belle. Carry this beautiful sound in a little bit more piano, and then you carry on until mia. La belle. This is so, and my beauty. So really, you have to super enjoy even more this. You're talking about how beautiful you are. How? Wow. That's really something. But that's how she is, and we believe her. So, la belle, use this word, bellezza mia.
La bellezza
also to place the B. In me, the M should be on top, but use in me, so it's like a little trampoline to the B. Try just in me. How do you feel?
Close. It was close to what I wanted.
Oh, for me too. Try again. Tutta ricerca.
Tutta ricerca in me, ricerca in me da capo a piedi. Ed assaporo allor la bramosia sottil che dagli occhi traspira.
Very beautiful. I love ed assaporo allor la bramosia sottil che dagli This is such a sensual way of going up. Che dagli dalla bramosia sottil che dagli occhi traspira. Okay? Once again from ed assaporo.
Stefano, scusami, ma la tua voce è un po' piano.
Oh, can you hear me now?
It's a little lontano.
Oh. What am I supposed to do? Well, what I did, I don't know what to do.
Is there anything, what's your laptop sitting on?
Can it be like this? Is better?
Yeah.
Oh, you see? Well, just
Okay.
I put it on a little pillow, but I think it's better like this.
Yeah, a pillow would muffle it a little bit. So the bottom shouldn't be blocked. Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay. No, please. I'm sorry that you didn't. Okay. So we were at the.
Ed assaporo allora la bramosia.
Yes.
Ed assaporo allor la bramosia sottil che dagli occhi traspira e dai palesi vezzi intender sa alle occulti verità così le flu.
Very good until now. Now it changes a little bit mood. You've been very descriptive of how beautiful you are, and then is the effect of your beauty. So now a little bit broader in terms of not you don't have to sing louder, but a little bit more like così l'effluvio del desio, and then it makes a little bit of a difference from what you just described of yourself. Makes everybody crazy, and then you're very proud of it, and you show it. So from the phrase before, from così l'effluvio.
Okay.
Tutta magira. Don't roll the R. You did a very good double G, but you roll the R and you're not supposed to. Tutta magira.
Tutta magira. Felice mi fa. Felice mi fa.
Very nice. I like the change, but your demeanor was Mimi-like. You understand what I mean? You did felice, mi fa, felice, and at least now Musetta is not that. It's not an acting lesson, but what I mean is if you give this mood to your voice, the voice somehow shows it. So it's felice mi fa. It's a different felice mi fa. It's a sensual felice mi fa. It's not I'm very happy.
Okay.
It makes me happy. Yes, it makes me happy. That it must be that extra thing that comes more from your guts than from your romantic part of you. Okay. So tutta magira. Can you do different there? Yes. Okay, very good, very good. You can actually be a little bit more in, you can use this word struggi. You already did quite a good job, but you can go a little bit of an extra mile and che da me tam e che tu che sai che memorie ti struggi. Struggi, you're tormenting yourself.
Yeah.
E tu che sai. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Let's go backward a little bit. Two things. I already think I told you, I told a few of you, whenever a word in Italian ends with a E or A vowel, the tendency for English speaking people is to make a little bit of a diphthong after the da che memorie ti struggi, da me tanto rifugi. I'm exaggerating what you did, but you did a little bit of it. And this is something that you should all try to pay attention. Struggi. We don't modify ever our vowels. Da me tanto rifugi. Okay? So bella. I would go very legato without breaking on tue. I don't know if you wanted to give an extra emphasis to le angosce tue. You sort of broke the line. So belle angosce tue non le vuoi dir. There really sing. Don't worry about tue, making a tue like an extra emphasis of an extra T, or I don't know if it was just a little mistake, but keep the line. Let's do it again from A to Kesai.
Wonderful.
And okay, last thing before, when you go to the high B, if you, let's try something. If you crack up, I don't care. But if you can attack the B, make it small and then go down. Okay, until you can, until you feel comfortable, and then you go down. Di morir. Okay, but attack it quite forte, and then you diminish. You do a diminuendo.
Okay, I've been trying the other way around, so I'll try that.
E tu che sai? let's try even more. I want to see you keep it with the two little pieces of paper, really, until you feel comfortable. But try, don't be afraid. This is a time to try.
Okay.
So hit the B, diminuendo, until you're comfortable, and then you go down, even a little bit more. So non le vuoi dir.
Oh, sorry.
Non le vuoi dir so ben.
Yeah.
Non le vuoi dir so ben, ma ti sento morir.
Okay, you're practice, but the one more important thing, senti morir, don't roll the R of morir. Morir, okay? That was a very well done.
Grazie.
Brava, Anna.
Just practice for yourself. As I told you, the final B, it doesn't take 1 minute to do what I would like. And then if you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to do it. But try to hit it forte, and to, as an exercise for yourself, to do a diminuendo until you see, okay, this is the most piano I can do, and then you go down.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
Brava, Anna. Thank you, Stefano. Next, we have Natalie Thompson from right here in Denver. She's studying Cherubino, and she's going to do her duet with Susanna, with Stefano di Peppo as Susanna and Natalie as Cherubino. Vero?
This is going to be really ugly. But, okay, Natalie, I have to pin. Okay, now I learned a new thing, you see? Hello, Natalie. So what happens here?
This is the first time that we see Cherubino. So he's running into the room, and Susanna just had an argument with, shoot, I can't remember her name, but they just had an argument. So Susanna is frustrated, and Cherubino comes in. Would you like me to tell what he talks about with her as well?
Just let me, of course, I mean, we all know that Cherubino is this young boy, very young. You know, it's a specific stage of his life, which happens to most people, boys, or in this particular opera, a boy. So hormones are really popping everywhere.
Yes.
So why don't we try?
Okay.
Okay, because things that happen during this recitativo, but it's your presentation. In this recitativo, I think that Cherubino really presents himself completely from what he is in reality. Oh, this very energetic boy with lots of things in his mind, and of course he has one particular thing in mind, is women. Okay.
I'm going to play the last couple bars of the previous number.
Ma la vecchia pedante dottoressa arrogante, perché hai letti 2 libri e seccata madama in gioventù.
sei tu.
Okay, let's stop immediately. I think that you should, because Susanna is actually, she would keep saying things about Marcellina, whom she just had an argument. So you should really, whatever the direction is, but at least for now, you should really jump on her line.
Okay.
And remember Susannetta, double N, double T. I know that, these Italians with all these doubles, but hey, sorry, I didn't make them up. So, Susannetta, sei tu. So, okay, let's go from Susannetta, sei tu.
Susannetta, sei tu.
Sono io, cosa volete?
Ah, cor mio, che accidente!
Cor vostro, cosa avvenne?
Il conte ieri, perché trovo me suor con Barbarina, il congiero me dieri. se la contessina, la mia bella comare che relazione non mi intercede, io vado via, io non ti vedo più, Susanna mia.
Non vedete più me? Bravo! Ma dunque non più per la contessa segretamente il vostro cor sospira.
Ah, è troppo rispetto alla mistero. Felice te, e puoi vederla quando vuoi, che la vesti al mattino, che la sera la suoi, che la mette gli spilloni. Oh, se tu loco, cosa lì? Dimmi un poco.
Ah, il vagonastro e la notturna cuffia di comare si bella.
Dammelo, sorella, dammelo per pietà.
Resto quel nastro.
Sorry. Oh, caro, oh, bello, oh, fortuna nostro. Io non ti renderò che con la vita.
Cos'è questa insolenza?
Ah, vestia cheta, e per ricompensa poi, ecco mia canzonetta io ti devo dare.
E che ne debbo fare?
Leggela alla padrona, leggela a medesima, leggela Barbarina, Marcellina, leggela ad ogni donna bella.
Povero cherubino, siete voi pazzo. Okay, nice, nice. I think that still we need to talk about this a little bit before we actually do some more work on the actual notes and the intentions. So first phrase, can you speak it for me? So I say, è seccata madama in gioventù.
Susanetta, sei tu?
Susannetta, remember, Susannetta, double N. Susannetta, sei tu?
Susanetta, sei tu?
Even more N, Susannetta, Susannetta.
Susannetta, sei tu?
Susannetta.
Susannetta.
Susannetta, sei tu?
Susannetta, sei tu?
Susannetta, sei tu? Try with the notes.
Susannetta, sei tu?
Sono io, cosa volete? Speak it.
Ah, cor mio, che accidente!
First, speak, just speak it for me.
Oh, that's right.
Sono io, cosa volete?
Ah, cor mio, che accidente!
Ah, cor mio, che accidente!
Ah, cor mio, che accidente!
Your heart is pounding. Ah, cor mio, che accidente! For
Ah,
both.
oh, do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, no, you actually do again from cor mio, che accidente.
Ah, cor mio, che accidente!
Can we try with the notes?
Oh, yes. Ah, cor mio, che accidente!
Okay, one important thing that I've told a few of you already, recitativi are actually the part of in opera where we can really somehow relax a little bit in terms of you know, all the problems that we have to face when we sing arias and duets and trios. Relax in terms that it's a way for us to express feelings and to just be worried about words, especially in these recitativi secchi by Mozart and Rossini, Handel. There are so many, but Mozart is really brilliant. The way recitativi with Da Ponte are constructed, are built, really, it's like a comedy, like a plot that we really see real characters. And if we give real life, it's when we can really enjoy. And people, usually recitativi are, people don't understand most of, you know, they know the arias, then the melody, etc. But the recitativi, we must somehow do an extra effort to entertain an audience and to make them understand what's happening. So one tip that I give everybody is don't try to vibrate each note like when you sing. You sing, caro mio ben, and you vibrate all the notes. But when we do recitativi, we have to think about speaking with placement of the voice and just vibrate a little bit when we have a little bit of a longer note. For example, if you start, cor mio, che accidente, becomes an extra effort that you can avoid. Ah, cor mio, che accidente. Ah, cor mio, che accidente. Place voice in the right position, but don't be afraid of treat it like a speech, like an actor would speak his or her dialogues. But of course, we have to project our voice more than actors. Ah, cor mio, che accidente. Il conte ieri perché trovò mi sol con Barbarina. It's really, you see, I don't, il conte ieri perché, I don't do this. Il conte ieri perché trovammi sol con Barbarina. And I just perhaps start to shimmer my voice, Barina, at the end. But the rest is like when I talk, I don't vibrate each, unless if there is a specific declamation that I want to give. So this is a tip for you, very important. If you try just to treat it as a speech with placed voice,
Okay.
ah, Susannetta, sei tu. This is really simple. Susannetta, sei tu.
Okay. Susannetta, sei tu.
Con io, cosa volete?
Ah, cuore mio, che accidente.
Che accidente, che accidente, che accidente. Really double C, and go to accidente, che accidente, che accidente, I'm sorry, che accidente.
Che accidente.
Ok, cor vostro cosa avvenne?
Il conte ieri perché trovo mi sor con Barbarina.
Ok, il conte ieri perché trovò mi sol con Barbarina. Try to speak it for me.
Il conte ieri perché trovo mi sor con Barbarina.
Okay, so this is basically what you should do with those notes. Recitativi must have a legato on top of each phrase, but we should have a place where we land at the end of the phrase. Il conte ieri perché trovammi sol con Barbarina. So you're already thinking about, because you know it, even if Cherubino doesn't know exactly what he's saying, but you, Natalie, know that you have to go towards Barbarina. Il conte ieri perché trovammi sol con Barbarina. Try.
Il conte ieri perché trovo mi sor con Barbarina.
Il conte ieri perché trovammi sol. Il conte ieri.
Okay. Il conte ieri perché trovo mi sor con Barbarina.
Perché trovò mi sol. Il conte ieri perché trovò mi sol. You know what trovò mi means? You know what?
He found, or he
Yeah.
found me.
He found me alone with Barbarina,
Mm-hmm.
which is not kosher, really. So, once again, try, Natalie, really try to think about voce fissa, you know, no vibrato. Il conte ieri perché trovammi sol con Barbarina. Try.
Ieri perché trovo mi sor con Barbarina.
Be careful, just one note di trovo, mi, trovo, it's still a G. Perché trovo mi sol.
Mi sor con Barbarina.
Okay, try again. Il conte ieri perché trovò mi sol con Barbarina without vibrating, just voce fissa.
Il conte ieri perché trovo mi sor con Barbarina.
Very good. Now, il conte ieri perché trovò mi sol con Barbarina. Now we put emotion. But this is the how you have to approach each note of recitativi, which are a pain in the neck. It's really this. You should place your voice, color it, but don't be concerned about this placing in an aria. It just speech with placement, pitch, and emotions and colors. Il conte ieri perché trovammi sol con Barbarina. Also, don't do Barbarina. The word is Barbarina. You know, as I told you about the Italian, that ta. This is one of those. And all of them, Susannetta, sei tu, ah, cor mio, che accidente. Il conte ieri perché trovammi sol con Barbarina.
Okay.
Il congedo mi diede. Try to speak for me like once again, il conte ieri, and go on.
Il conte ieri perché trovammi solo con Barbarina. Il congedo mi diede, e se la contessina, la mia bella comare Grazia non mi intercede.
Okay, first of all, you should really, there is a comma for a reason after comare, because you're really talking about her, how beautiful she is, and la mia bella comare, and then you go on with your thought. Grazia non mi intercede, io vado via. Okay, and remember, try to remember that of this, even when we speak, this long arch of the on top of each phrase. Let's try again from il conte ieri perché trovammi sol, with the notes.
Il conte ieri perché trovammi solo con Barbarina. Il congedo mi diede.
Very good. Here, even sometimes there is a comma, but we don't have to respect it. And when there is a silence, we don't have. This is one of those cases, just because he has to respect the bar. But the phrase is il conte ieri perché trovammi sol con Barbarina, il congedo mi diede. Even if you want to take a little breath, it shouldn't be il conte ieri perché trovammi sol con Barbarina, il congedo mi diede. Should be the same thought,
Okay.
even if you take a little breath.
Okay.
Try.
Ieri perché trovammi solo con Barbarina, il congedo mi diede.
Very good. Go ahead.
E se la contessina, la mia bella comare.
Don't throw it away. Lesse la contessina, la mia bella comare. And then you go on.
Okay.
It's a moment for you to think about how beautiful she is.
Okay.
Lesse la contessina.
E se la contessina, la mia bella comare. Grazia non mi intercede, io vado via, io non te vedo più, Susanna mia.
Very good. Let's try to articulate a little bit more this phrase.
Okay.
Grazia non intercede, io vado via. Io non ti vedo più, Susanna mia. Try to speak it for me.
Okay. Grazia non mi intercede. Io vado via.
Grazia non intercede, io vado via. If she doesn't help me, I have to leave.
Okay. Grazia non mi intercede, io vado via. Io non ti vedo più, Susanna mia.
Okay, let's try to put it in words.
Okay.
Grazia non mi intercede.
Grazia non mi intercede. Sorry. Grazia non mi intercede. Io vado via. Io non ti vedo più, Susanna mia.
Susanna mia. If you want to put the appoggiatura Susanna mia, but even if you don't want to put it, Susanna mia, mia. The word is mia, it's not mia. Okay, so one of those where you have to be like, you remember when we talk about bene, cara, mia. Non vedete più me? Bravo. Ma dunque non più per la contessa segretamente il vostro cor sospira.
Would you like me to speak it?
Yes.
Ah, che troppo rispetto ella mi ispira.
Ah, che troppo rispetto ella mi ispira. Don't stress some syllable that it's not necessary. If you just troppo rispetto, che troppo rispetto ella mi ispira. Felice te che puoi vederla quando vuoi. So che troppo rispetto ella mi ispira. I'm exaggerating what you were doing, but you have these spikes that eventually it will help you when you put the notes to make it like a speech. Che troppo rispetto ella mi ispira. Felice te che puoi vederla quando vuoi. You're so lucky, fortunate to you can see her whenever you want. So these two different thoughts.
Okay.
Che troppo rispetto ella mi ispira.
Ah, che troppo rispetto ella mi ispira. Felicite.
Felice te, felice te.
Felicite.
Felice te.
Oh, felicite.
Okay, no, what I want to do is a little bit slower. Felice te.
Felice te.
Very good. Now, felice te.
Felice te.
Felice te. With the pointing landing on te. Because how lucky you are.
Okay. Felice te.
Felice, you're doing felicite. I hear
better.
felicite. It's felice te. Felice te.
Felice te.
Dico ok.
Che puoi vederla quando vuoi, che la vesti il mattino, che la sera la spogli, che la metti i spilloni, i merletti.
Ok, che le metti gli spilloni, i merletti, that are of merletti, che le metti gli spilloni, i merletti.
Che le metti i spilloni, i merletti.
Merlet. I know that it's hard. Merlet. Try to speak it, to say it for me. Merlet.
Merletti. Merletti.
Okay, very good, very good. Merlet. Rle. Rle.
Rle.
Merlet.
Merle.
Merletti.
Merletti.
Okay, try to make it it takes a little bit of practice, not to break between the r and the l. Should be the same movement of the tongue. Merletti.
Merletti.
Much, much better. Now let's try it from Felice te.
Felice te. Okay, would you like me to speaking it?
Yes.
Okay.
Felice te.
Felice te. Che puoi vederla quando vuoi, che la vesti il mattino, che la sera la spogli, che le metti gli spilloni, i merletti, a sento loco. Cos'hai lì? Oh, dimmi un poco.
Okay, let's try it with the notes. Much better, much better.
Thank you.
From Felice or from Ah, che troppo?
We would do it fra che troppo. So,
Ah, che troppo.
Ah, che troppo rispetto alla respiro. Vedi te, che puoi vedere quando vuoi, che la vesti il mattino, che la sera la sfogli, che la metti spilloni i bellette. Ah, sento loco, cos'hai lì? Dimmi un poco.
Okay, let's try to do it again.
Okay.
Ah, che troppo rispetto ella mi ispira, mi ispira. Try to land on, give a little bit of space to mi ispira. Ah, che troppo rispetto ella mi ispira. Try.
Ah, che troppo rispetto alla respiro.
Felice te.
Felice te, che puoi vederla. Sorry. Che puoi vederla quando vuoi, che la vesti il mattino, che la sera la sfogli, che la metti spilloni.
Natalie, take your time. Che la vesti al mattino. Really pronounce all the syllables. Che la vesti al mattino, che la sera la spogli. And you're enjoying this because you would like to be on behalf of Susanna, on her place. Che la vesti al mattino, che la sera la spogli. You see that I don't, che la sera la spo. Try che la sera la spo. Really da 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 da, like slapping left and right. Che la sera la spo.
Che la sera la sfogli.
Exactly. That's how you should do all these recitativi. Che la sera la spogli.
Che la sera la sfogli.
Oh, this is try with the notes.
Okay.
Che la vesti il mattino.
Yes.
Che la vesti il mattino, che la sera la sfogli, che la metti, sorry, che la metti spilloni, i belletti, a sento loco.
Natalie, take your time. Che le metti gli spilloni, i merletti. It's something that you would love to do instead of Susanna. So really make us feel this.
Okay.
Che la sera you did very well. I think that this helps you. Every time you go. Che la sera la spogli. Okay? So you really give too much importance to each note, which is something that you have to overcome.
Yes.
Che la sera la spogli.
Or
Do
would you
this
like
with your
me to
hand.
vestì il mattino? Okay. E lo vestì il mattino, e la sera lo spogli, e la mette spilloni, e me
Che le metti gli spilloni, really, che le metti gli spilloni.
che le mette spilloni, e merletti, a sento il loco, cosa vedi, e mi va
This asentoloquy really should be so different from cos'è. You're basically you're almost ready to tell her, if I were you. By the way, what's that? Then because you are a young boy with so many things that spring in your mind, you change immediately. Something else catch your attention. But sento loco. Cos'è lì? Dimmi un poco.
Okay.
Asintoloco should be the idea of I would love to be undressing her and putting her all these things. Okay.
Stefano, sorry to interrupt, but we have 1 minute left.
Oh, okay.
Or,
So let's go on.
Keep going.
Sento loco. Cos'è lì? Dimmi un po'.
Sento loco, cosa vedi? Dimmi un poco.
Dimmi un poco. Really, don't give. Dimmi un poco. Dimmi un poco. Dimmi un
Dimmi un
poco.
poco.
Il vagonastro e la notturna cuffia di comare sì bella.
Damelo, sorella. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Thank you. Damelo.
Dammelo sorella, dammelo.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Dammelo, sorella. Dammelo per metà.
Presto quel nastro.
Oh, caro. Oh, bello. Oh, fortunato nostro. Io non ti renderò che con la vita.
Dai questa insolenza.
Devi a stacchetta, in ricompensa poi, a stia canzonetta, io non ti rendo. Sorry. Canzonetta io ti voglio dare.
E che devo fare?
Leggela alla padrona, leggela medesima, leggela barbarona, Marcellina, leggela ogni donna, all'azzo.
Povero Crovini, siete voi pazzo. Natalie, really, I know that it's not something that recitativi are difficult. They are, believe me. So don't feel frustrated. But try to, as a little tip, try to just read them and don't work too much on each note. Just as I try to give you as an example, when you speak normally. So it's che la vesti al mattino, che la sera rispogli, che gli metti gli spilloni. Just try to speak it as for yourself. Okay. And then eventually it's much more important that you speak them and then try with the notes to make them not so, each note so important, okay?
give Natalie a hand.
Good job.
Which one of you has ever done secco recitativo in masterclass? Juliana, Shannon, Edgar, bravi, good. It's not super frequently that we get to do this, so thank you, and thank you, Natalie, thank you, Stefano. Next, we have Zeki Naji, another Denverite, yay.
Oh, yeah.
And Zeki's gonna sing for you live.
That I am. I'm gonna try to at least. Say again.
I said hello. Zeki.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Doing quite all right. Excited to sing. Well, I'll be doing Di Provenza il mare il suol from La Traviata, so it's a Germans aria. So. Di Provenza provenza il mar il suol, chi dal cor ti cancello, chi dal cor ti cancello, di Provenza il mar il suol. Al natio fulgente sol, qual destino ti furò, qual destino ti furò, al natio fulgente sol. Rammenta pur nel vol, chi di gioia te brillò, e che pace con la sol su te splendere ancor può, e che pace con la sol su te splendere ancor può. Dio mi guidò, Dio mi guidò, Dio mi il tuo vecchio genitor, tu non sai quanto soffrì, tu non sai quanto soffrì il tuo vecchio genitor. Nel montano di squallor, il suo tetto si coprì, il suo tetto si coprì di squallore, di squallor. Ma se al fin ti trovo ancor, se inespeme non falli, se la voce dell'onor in te abbia non ammuti, ma se al fin ti trovo ancor, se inespeme non falli, Dio me salvi, Dio me salvi, Dio me salvi, Dio me salvi. Ah, se al fin ti trovo ancor, ti trovo ancor, Dio me salvi, Dio me salvi.
Bravo!
Yes.
How was that? Please. Look, for Italian, I have just a few things. There are sometimes, where is it? Yeah, there. Sometimes you forget about some doubles, and you double some consonants that shouldn't be doubled. But it's really nothing terrible. Where is it? I lost one page. Okay, I got one. You know, the problem of this aria, it's not a problem, it's something that can happen. Because the piano or the orchestra is really quite, it almost sounds like a, you know what a pianola is, like da 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 da. And the risk of is that we sing this aria with that kind of mood, and we should actually go against that. We should really, this is da 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 da, it's what the piano does, but we should really try to forget about that and try to sing these long, beautiful lines with feelings. You know that, as I think you heard, I'm a stickler of words and of diction, but more than me was definitely Verdi. There is something that is always told, which is la parola verdiana, which means that famous specific weight that Verdi gave to the word. And together with his librettista, his Ghislanzoni or Piave, whoever was writing the lyrics, he knew very well where the words would go. And they were very, very important to him. So more than other composers, we really should try to make them worthy of what the character is feeling. You know, of course, what he's talking about. So let's try to start in a little bit of a different way. So first of all, of course, you're trying to recall. You are a little bit of a manipulative kind of guy. So you are at the beginning. You're talking about, you know, the beautiful places where Alfredo grew up. So di Provenza il mare il suol chi dal cor should be really have this beautiful feeling of longing, nostalgic idea of trying to wake up his, oh my God, Provenza is so beautiful. Let's go back to Provenza and let's forget about Violetta. Let's try.
Okay.
Zeki, I'll give you a measure.
Okay. Di Provenza il mare il suol, chi dal cor ti cancello.
Sì, cancello, double L.
Cancello.
Cancello, cello.
Cello.
Every time. Squallor, also remember, because you did it squallor, squallor. Cancello, squallor. Okay?
Squallor. Gotcha.
Chi dal cor, let's go from there.
From chi dal cor ti cancello? Chi dal cor ti cancello. Chi dal cor ti cancello.
Here you forgot. Before you said cancello, and now you said chi dal cor ti cancello. So both times, two L's. Okay? Don't forget that. Okay.
Yes, gotcha. Sorry.
Those doubles. I know, don't worry. But it's very important. Chi dal cor ti cancellò?
Chi dal cor ti cancello, chi dal cor ti cancello, di Provenza il mare il suol, al mattino fulgente sol, qual destino ti furò, qual
try to really make us feel with, sometimes it's just a matter of a little thought about what we are really. Do you know this aria by heart? Do you have to read it, or it's not memorized?
I'm if like the first part I'm fine with. It's the second part that I'm a little bit iffy
no problem.
with.
So what I would like is really al natio fulgente sol qual destino. Really make us believe. That make a picture of these beautiful places.
Okay.
Right.
Al mattino fulgente sol, qual destino ti furò, qual destino ti furò, al mattino fulgente sol.
Very good. Do not change the shape of the vowels. You remember that I said at the beginning, I don't know if you were already connected, but really it's important that the vowels stay pure as much as possible. So, qual destino ti furò. It's really a, e, I, o, I, u, o, with consonants in the middle. Try
Okay.
a, e, I, o,
just on the vowels. Okay.
Yes. put the consonant. Now put all the other word.
Okay. Al natio fulgente sol, qual vestino di furor, qual vestino di...
Remember all this legato on top. Can you hear me? Remember?
Yes.
Al natio fulgente. You're a cello. Al natio fulgente sol, qual desti. Okay?
Al natio fulgente sol, qual destino ti furor, qual destino ti furor, al natio fulgente sol, o rammenta pur nel duol di gioia te brillor, e che pace cola sol su te splendere ancor può.
Very good. Very good. E che pace cola sol su te splende. Really give this, you can use those words. Don't only think about legato, yes, but try not to make everything pare al natio fulgente sol, al natio fulgente sol. You can sometimes give a little bit of a here and there, okay? Whenever you feel, and I tell you if it's right.
Oramenta pur nel duol di gioia te brillor.
Brillo da voler. Brillo.
Brillo. Oramenta pur nel duol di gioia te brillor. E che pace con la sol su te splendere ancor può.
E che pace cola sol on one L, cola, don't cola. You see the first brillo, but this one cola, long O, quick L.
Okay.
E che pace
cola sol su te splendere ancor può. E che pace cola sol su te splendere ancor può.
Okay, try. I know that it's difficult because it's up there, but try not to hammer. Che pace cola. Think always about this cello. Do arira, arira. Don't punch all the notes. Try.
E che pace cola sol su te splendere ancor può.
Okay, don't rush because you want to arrive quickly to. Don't rush the rhythm. E che pace cola sol su te. Keep the da. You cannot go over the tempo. And try. E che pace. The pa shouldn't be explosive. So if you che pa, you break a little bit the line. E che pace cola. Try. Really.
E che pace cola sol su te splendere ancor può. Dio mi guida, Dio mi guida, Dio mi guida.
Much better. Go to the second line. We have still, yeah, we have time. No, now because the second verse is, I mean, the music is the same, so
Yeah.
we can try to find a different mood. You tried, the places, Provenza. It didn't really work. So now you're talking about you make him feel guilty. You want to make him feel guilty about how you suffered. So should be. The first was more like a statement of, describing the beautiful places that he would like, that you would like for him to remember and to have nostalgic feelings for. But Now, a little bit for yourself. Al tuo vecchio genitor, tu non sai quanto soffrì. You don't know how much I suffer because of you. Guilt, guilt, guilt. But still, beautiful line.
Guilt with the aria. Al tuo vecchio genitor, tu non sai quando soffrì.
Bello.
Tu non sai quando soffrì il tuo vecchio genitor.
Really think about these words. Even if you are manipulating your son, but really try to imagine that he really feels this.
Okay.
Al tuo vecchio genitor, tu non sai quanto soffrì. Really, quanto soffrì. Exactly. Beautiful cello, but words.
For sure.
Ah.
Il tuo vecchio genitor, tu non sai quanto soffrì. Tu non sai quanto soffrì.
Not angry, not angry.
No?
Don't be angry. Non sai, no. Tu non sai quanto io still on this one. Tu non, go ahead.
Tu non sai quanto soffrì il tuo vecchio genitor, e lontano di squallor il suo tetto si coprì, il suo tetto si coprì di squallor, ma se al fin ti trovo ancor
Little change now. Now, you used your guilt, you know, how suffer I. But perhaps now that I found you, you can really make me get over this this feeling. So, ma se al fin ti trovo, it's a little bit of like you should have like a hope feeling underneath.
Okay.
Try ma se al with this. Perhaps.
Ma se al fin ti trovo ancor, se ne spere non vai.
Double L, 12.
Falli. Wait, no, that's the wrong. Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, I got it. Sorry. I was confused in my own writing. Ma se al fin ti trovo ancor. Se la voce. Wait, where am I? There I am. Ma se al fin ti trovo ancor, se me non fai, se la voce dell'onor in te appieno l'ammodi, ma se al fin ti trovo ancor, se me speme non falli. Io me salì, Dio me salvi, Dio me salvi. Should I keep going?
That's fine. That's very good. Really, just beautiful. I really felt you should really try. I know that you're still learning the music, the words, but if you always, this is a general rule, if you try really to put yourself, I don't want any Stanislavski method or something, but it just, you know, words that whatever, if it makes more sense for you to translate them into English before, and so in order to really sort of feeling those words. But to me in Italian, these are, even if I don't forget about the manipulation, but it's really an old man who sings feelings. So cello, beautiful legato, but don't pa 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 ta ra ra ra, long vowels with consonants in the middle that help for the legato, and sometimes a little extra emphasis to some words. Second time, more for yourself until ma se al fin. It's a moment of hope. Perhaps now that I found you, you can change your mind and come back to Provenza. Okay? And don't punch myself in the... I know that it's hard. Believe me. I do know. But try myself in the trovo ancora. Try to, as a practice for yourself, to do this with your hand, thinking about a cello, and it will help you. Okay? Bravo.
All right. Grazie mille.
Bravo.
Bravo, Zeki. Well, let's do one more round of applause for Stefano. Thank you so much for your attention.
Bravo.
Make noise.
Bravo maestro!
Bravo,
Bravo.
Bravo, bravo!
Aren't we happy we have another 6 days at least with Stefano and with
Yes.
everybody else? Excellent. Now go rest. Please take some notes. When you learn new things, it's best if you review them 24 hours later and then later on. Yes, so do take your own notes, and we'll see you again tomorrow morning. Buonasera. Thank you so much, Stefano.
Buonasera.
Rest. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Mangiate.
Ciao a tutti.
Ciao ciao!
Ciao, ciao.
Grazie.
Grazie.